I've been climbing for a long time. The sound of all day and every day, the horses clatter on the hard dirt road, the fading farewells, all gone. Even the scuffing of things too shy to be seen, darting away in the undergrowth, and the green and lush foothills, gone, and the sound of the river, distant. I'd climbed so high, I was almost running out of mountain, the climb becoming a meditation, the mountain more special with every step, more precious and so white it hurt against the blue. I climbed, listening to the rhythm of my breath, listened to the sound of my feet compacting snow, leaving a record of my ascent upon the mountain, until there was only sky and only wispy clouds and only a white bird scooping to blend with the mountain. Irresistible and then soft against the blue, and only the sun and the patient moon, reluctant to leave the same wide sky, and only the all and everything, and only the here and now, and knowing it's enough just to know this is, without always having to know how. Thank you. On a green, blue, red and yellow, striped windbreaker, brown-bodied, vast and golden, irresistible beach of ice-creamed, lathered in scented, sun-creamed, speckled here and there by the laden and determined, pulling pushchairs, wide-wheeled and the very height of elaborate design, through warm and soft sparkling sand, the pink-toed, button-nosed babies, oblivious and cotton-hatted against the set-for-the-day, long-awaited sunshine. Sleek, sandaled, earringed and sun-kissed, artfully pouting, animated and filling the air with freshly discovered sophistication, brand new, graceful by default princesses, and long-shorted, gelled, bare-chested boys with ubiquitous flops of yellow hair pad the sand glamorous, seeking each other out with flexing charm. It is their world, and they move through it with diminishing awkwardness. Gulls flap and curve and fold wings and screech and dip for drop bits of this and that and catch the air and are white against the blue, and from grey-green cliff to grey-green cliff dogs run to catch things thrown by wild-haired girls lost in dreaming and at ease with their solitude. And at the very water's edge, lovers touching, linking fingertips, idle and are lost to love. Barefoot through the shallow water they stroll, the constant sound of depleting waves spending into the calm. It is the soundtrack to their declarations of deep and glorious love. It is high summer, and all roads lead to the beach, where dog-pulled, insistent and excited children pulled, beach-balled and lounger-loaded, shaded and paired by inclination, Mr. and Mrs. Everyday are strong and beautiful and are irrepressibly fearless, and have discovered 1,000 ways of having fun, and all without removing sunglasses from peeling noses. And the pot-bellied, pale-bellied, gloriously unconcerned preen as they walk in procession in too tight white clothes, and are full of roast potatoes and spring lamb, charred and swimming in brown gravy, and are fabulous as they gather their young about them and bucket and spade between windbreaks to mark out their domain, stake their place in the sun. And great holes are dug in wet sand, and pebbles are piled to dam the river, and kites are flown, and noses stuck into books, and half wetsuited man, woman, half fish, surf gods and goddesses trot to the sea, wax-boarded, eager to ride the white tumbling over blue waves. And photographs are taken of children and sandcastles, and great mountains of food consumed to fuel the simmering day. And under the brand new sun hat, Mr. Everyday drifts off to sleep, the sound of paradise looping in his dreams. And the lost child is found, and tears dried from eyes as big as the moon and as bright as sunshine. and the kites that once littered the sky are packed away, and the bobbing of distant surfers, sat like sails on the sea, changing colour as the sun sets, thins to a trickle, and the t-shirted ice cream boy slides the shutter shut, runs to meet the t-shirted girl, the waitress of his wildest longing, and the dreamers perch amongst the undulating dune grass to contemplate the swell, the crash of beating waves. Thank you. Occasionally you get poets who accidentally, sorry about this, who've accidentally slipped names of famous people that they know. that was legitimate, but people sort of sort of latch on to like increase their own importance or whatever by mentioning famous people that they know and stuff like that, and they do it as a bit of an aside. Do you know what I mean? Well, this is blatant. This I don't know any of the people in this poem, right, except myself. I was reading Jean-Paul Sartre in a cafe in Paris, raised my eyes, looked across the table, and I was surprised to see the ghost of Simone de Beauvoir sat on the ghost of Voltaire's knee. It's been a strange day, been an odd day, been a day for looking at things in a different way, been a long day and a good day, been the kind of day when I quite like to float away on a warm breeze by the ocean, laying in a haze of love and suntan lotion, and maybe, who knows, I may just get the notion to take a little dip in the wild blue sea, a billion elegant fish and me. Look, this is how it can be, baying at the moon in the valley of love, no clouds and a trillion stars in the wide sky above, very nearly obscured my view of Mars amongst all the other bright and shining stars. It's been a strange day, been an odd day, been a day for looking at things in a different way, been a long day and a good day, been the kind of day that sizzles, pops and giggles and all too quickly dances away. Gonna close my eyes and count to 10, gonna try hard to remember when the world was simple, monochrome, and right was right and wrong was wrong, and Mama made the best pies in the world, and summer days were long, and things just kind of happened, things just fitted into place, time just kind of drifted easily, like a stray flop of yellow hair across a pretty face. And we were all lost out in the pristine clarity of innocence, floating on a smooth and tranquil sea, in the knowledge that the here and now will somehow shape the way things will on some glorious day turn out wonderfully to be, and maybe a little dreaming will be required. And maybe it will be necessary to discover how to be inspired. And maybe I will run the full length of the beach and never even feel a tiny bit tired. And Ferlinghetti and Ginsberg and Kerouac are chasing Dylan Thomas through the swaying grass of the dunes, and Woody Guthrie and Bob Dylan, Debussy and Stravinsky are cooking up some fabulous tunes, and someone builds a campfire, and someone brings some wine, and someone buries Kafka in the soft and yielding sand, and Kafka giggles as Christina Rossetti takes him gently by the hand and pulls him to his feet as they dance like children. They dance like children to the water's edge. It's been a strange day. Been an odd day, been a day for looking at things in a different way, been a long day and a good day, been the kind of day when the music shapes the day in an easy way, vibrating everything outside and inside, waiting on the arrival of illumination when wild ideas collide. It's been a strange day, been an odd day, been a day for looking at things in a different way, been a long day and a good day, been the kind of day when I kind of feel like bending with the dune grass sway, and hey, there's Walt Whitman, Augustus John, and beautiful Gwen John, building a woman out of sand, and they stood there grinning as Timothy Leary wanders by and puts a flower in her hand. And there's T.S. Eliot, E. Cummings and Ezra Pound in three-piece suits and slick back hair, sitting on the sea wall, transfixed as Philip Larkin on a Stratocaster bats out the blues. Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, Che Guevara and Karl Marx are up on sleek and shiny surfboards, catching tumbling waves, oblivious to the sharks, and under a blue sky dotted with snow-white birds with yellow eyes and snow-white throats, Bertolt Brecht stands absorbed and his arm around Kurt Weill, observing and taking notes. Dare say he'll have something to say about this strange day, this odd day, the kind of day when it's been interesting to look at things in a different way. Thank you.